Ladies and gentlemen, let me take a sip of my coffee here in the late hours of the evening.
Oh, JD, why is Off the Script being uploaded so late, man? Oh, JD, I missed you all day, man. My life and my weekend is not complete without you, man.
JD could be up there with a Sean's View Ent. Hell, even a Dave Meltzer. Hashtag JD is the GOAT. This comes from Shock Nation Wrestling. On yesterday's episode of Off the Script, where we talked about poor old Roman Reigns possibly being replaced at WrestleMania amidst this steroid accusation lawsuit that's going on, I gotta give Shock Nation Wrestling an A for effort here, man. The execution was there. The execution was good. But towards the tail end of that comment, I don't know what the fuck this guy was talking about, man. I'm in the same league, apparently, as Sean's View Ent. I'm not there yet. I could be up there with Sean's View Ent. But I could also be a Dave Meltzer. I don't know what this comment means. I don't even know where to begin. Now, if you guys would love to enlighten me, and if you guys would love to dissect this comment for me, being that I don't know what he means, I mean, he means well. He ain't saying anything derogatory towards me. But comparing me to Sean's View? Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. That's like comparing fucking Burger King meat to Capitol Grill. You know? What the fuck what's going on here, man? What's going on up in your brain, bruh? Sean's View, come on. Never mind that. We are here. I'm gonna take another sip of this coffee, man. It's good. Green Mountain Breakfast Blend, bro. Good stuff. Not my favorite, but it was on sale, you know? Anyway, we're here. And you're probably wondering why it's, 10 o'clock by the time this thing goes up. It's 8:30 now. You know, knowing me, I'll never shut the fuck up. But you're probably wondering why Off the Script is being uploaded so late. Normally, I've been uploading at 5. I think 5 p.m. is going to be the normal time now. I like it better than 11 o'clock. I think it's doing better numbers. But the reason why I did not get this uploaded at 5, like I usually have been doing, is because I needed time away, man. I needed time away. So I've been in discussion with my brother Frank, and I've been in discussion with my friend John, whom I've known for almost 15 years now, and, you know, my good friend Artie. And we all got together, and Artie was gracious enough to, you know, walk into his studio and jam for a couple hours, and we got the old band back together, man. Risen, the boys of Risen. Bronx born and bred. Bronx favorite heavy metal band back in the day, bro. We used to do it better than everybody. Everybody. Nobody was playing the shit that we were playing back in the day, man. People came to see us. People were fucking admiring us. John was even telling me stories today that people still recognize him as the lead singer and the rhythm guitarist of Risen. You used to play in Risen. Man, you guys were so great. You were the reason why I actually picked up a guitar. You know, you guys were bringing something to the table that we didn't see in this area. And it was great, man. It was a mixture of early day Metallica. You know, we grew up on Metallica. We grew up on early day Sepultura with Beneath the Remains and Arise and Schizophrenia, KSAD. Right, obviously, our changes in our musical taste advanced over the years, and we got into more technical savvy thrash metal bands like Creator and Exodus, and then we got into, you know, the death metal scene, you know, back towards the tail end of high school. We had Cannibal Corpse and Dying Fetus and Cryptopsy, Malevolent Creation, The Crown. We had Chrysion. You know, we had a bunch of different bands that we were listening to. I mean, we were all over the fucking map. But our style mainly was old school mixed with new school thrash and a little dash of death metal. Because my brother had influences from Flo Monnier of Cryptopsy and Dave Culross and Derek Roddy, guys like that, And then obviously I was a big Max Cavalera guy. I was big into early day Sepultura. I think Arise from Sepultura is one of the greatest, if not the greatest thrash metal album that has ever been written. I don't think anybody has ever written a better thrash album than that. He was big on Creator. We added the melodic tones of Creator with the direct assault thrash style of Sepultura. It was good stuff. And we got together today, and we jammed for about 2 hours. We practiced one song because, honestly, I haven't picked up a guitar in I don't even know how long, man. I got a brand new Sunburst ESP, I got a brand new guitar that I gave my brother. He's been writing Legionary with it. I picked it up for the first time today, and God knows how long. Rusty as shit, but it's going to start slowly coming to me. John played one of Artie's Flying V's, Jackson's, and my brother was on the drums, of course, and Artie plays the bass. It's going to come together. We're going to work on one song at a time. We had, we had about 2 albums worth of songs. We had about 17, 18 songs almost. We're gonna cut some of them out because we were listening to our old stuff and we were like, damn, this is simple shit. I'd change this here or I'd change that there. I don't know why we extended this riff. This riff could be cut out completely. I don't know why we layered these songs with so many riffs. We were discussing our old style. We were discussing, where we want to go, what we want to do with this little reunion of sorts. And I think we're all on the same page. And I'm happy to say that, when I was in my band, and I know you guys want me to talk about the Elimination Chamber.
Oh, JD, can you talk about the Elimination Chamber, man?
We're gonna get there. I got all fucking night. I got all night. When we used to write, we sat down and we pieced songs together, and we were under the mentality of like, as many riffs as we can into one song. And I want to say that we're all on the same page now. We're going to start altering the old songs. We're going to get one song down at a time. We're going to take our time with it. We're going to get nice and cohesive with it. We might record with my brother's engineer, Bobby, who does all the Legionary stuff. We might record a song just to get it out there. We may be doing live shows. We may be live streaming it on YouTube, on my channel. We may be vlogging the entire process. This is exciting stuff, man. This is something great. And it comes at a time when, back in the day, we didn't have a YouTube channel like we do now, and we didn't have the access to all these fucking technologies and these smartphones and live streaming and all this other shit. Now I have almost 100,000 subscribers. I got a brand new fucking audience. You guys love my vlogs. You guys love dipping into my real life. And what better way to present my real life than through my music? Because my music back in the day, man, it was something that I was incredibly proud of. I was very critical of it. And it's going to be a fun ride, man. So hopefully this turns into a good thing and you guys get some outstanding content moving forward in 2018. As I take another sip of my coffee because I don't want it to get cold. Yeah, man. So that's where I was today, and I apologize. But we're going to talk about the Elimination Chamber today. I'm going to do preview predictions today on Off the Script, episode 211. This is part number 2. I want to thank everybody for showing massive support of Off the Script Part 1 yesterday, man. Roman Reigns is always a big topic in the world of Off the Script. Roman Reigns is just a big topic in the world of professional wrestling. And you guys came out in full force, man. That video is almost at 25,000 views after a full day. I usually give it a full 48 hours of analytic data to really process how Off the Script did, because after 2 days, the video dies anyway. But you guys came out in full force, man. That video should be over 30,000 views, bar none, by the end of the weekend. So thank you guys so much. If you missed that, link will be in the annotation that you see in the top right corner of the screen. We talk about Roman Reigns and the steroid allegations by Johnny Bravo. Johnny Bravo, man, and Mr. Rodriguez, who's incarcerated right now. Johnny Bravo has Mr. Rodriguez's personal laptop with all the incriminating evidence against Roman Reigns and the steroid scandal that could potentially remove him from WWE plans this WrestleMania season. We have to wait and see, because sometime next week, if I am not mistaken, these things have been leaking every other week. Johnny Bravo might be releasing something else next week, man. So we got to wait and see with bated breath what Mr. Bravo has to say. So if you want to go catch my opinion on that, plus a whole slew of other topics, Off the Script Part 1 for this weekend show is where it's at. Go check it out. Thank you guys so much for all the support. I do want to make sure you guys are aware that this podcast is also on iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher Radio, Audio Boom, Google Play, Twitch. This will be on Twitch later this evening as well. It gets replayed on Twitch. So for all my Twitch people over there, hopefully we get some new subscribers and some new followers over there on Twitch. This podcast is everywhere, man. You guys got a plethora of different outlets to view Off the Script. Follow me on Twitter at JDFROMNY206. Thank you guys so very much. We're nearing 21,000 subscribers. Hit that subscribe button down below, followers rather. We're nearing 89,000 subscribers on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on that bell for all notifications. If you guys want your t-shirts, you guys know what to do. Jinder Failure Raha t-shirt. Apparently he's going to be added to the United States Championship match at Fastlane, making another multi-man match at Fastlane. It's going to be Jinder, Bobby Roode, and Randy Orton for the United States title, as I had predicted on SmackDown Live. Eat, Sleep, Bench, Repeat, the official benched t-shirt of Off the Script. Available now on Barbershop Window. And if you guys want any other design before the new one comes out, you guys got it there on barbershopwindow.com/offthescript. Also, if you guys want to support through other outlets, you can. We got, I think I put it away finally. It's been sitting here all these fucking weeks. Harry's.com/script. Best shave of your life. You guys have been tweeting me like crazy that you got your free trial shave set. If you go to harrys.com/script, you guys are going to get a free trial shave set on the house because Harry's wants you a part of their family. And Off the Script is going to make you a part of their family, man. They're going to give it to you for free. All you got to do is pay shipping and handling. You're going to get a razor blade handle, razor blade protective case, and their great soothing, smooth shave gel, man, for free. All you guys got to do is pay shipping and handling. It'll be delivered to your front door almost immediately. And when you shave with it, you're going to be like, shit, JD was fucking right, man, as always. Harrys.com/script. And if you guys want to support the podcast directly, you guys can do so at patreon.com/JDFROMNY206. The Elimination Chamber pay-per-view is this Sunday, as if you guys even give a shit. I know I don't. This is one of the more predictable pay-per-views of the year, in my honest opinion, just on paper. And by the way, WrestleRumble.com also has an Elimination Chamber pick'em. So if you guys want to win some money with this predictable pay-per-view, I'm in the MVP running. I'm in the MVP Wrestle Rumble voting. So I'm going to be playing. Because I got to get past Justin LaBar and Josh Eisenberg. They're well ahead of me. So I have to use my knowledge to get ahead of them. So if you guys want to watch the Elimination Chamber, which will probably be a decent pay-per-view, right? But if you want to watch the pay-per-view and win money, WrestleRumble.com has the Elimination Chamber pick. Man, go and do that. Support. I'd love someone to win it who watches and views Off the Script. But the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view is this Sunday. And the Elimination Chamber was brought to the WWE in 2002, created by Triple H, introduced by Eric Bischoff. And WWE, up until that time, they only had two forms of a steel cage match. The traditional steel cage match, and they had Hell in a Cell. Hell in a Cell was pretty much just a steel cage match on a much larger scale. It engulfed the entire ring and ringside area. It had a massive roof on top. Normally, superstars found their way outside of it, be it some fuck finish or some loophole or some controversy. Regular steel cage matches, obviously, it's just, a cage surrounding the ring, surrounding all four turnbuckles. Nothing new there, nothing out of the ordinary. WWE went from the solid blue steel to the fenced steel. I like the solid blue because it's old school, and I think it's a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. But those were the only two steel cage matches that WWE had in the company. Outside of the Elimination Chamber, when that was introduced in 2002, that made 3 steel cage matches. Now, the Elimination Chamber was more a take on, the Thunderdome. It was this huge dome-like structure that covered the entire ring, steel grates surrounding the ring. There was 4 pods in each corner, and then the match starts off with 2 individuals, and every 5 minutes, somebody would enter the ring via their pod, making it a triple threat, fatal 4-way, fatal 5-way, 6-man, depending on if anybody was eliminated or not up until that last guy came in. And WWE had some very, 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 very good Elimination Chamber matches. The first one, the inaugural Elimination Chamber match, was Shawn Michaels defeating Triple H, Chris Jericho, Kane, Booker T, and Rob Van Dam at the 2002 Survivor Series. And Shawn Michaels won the World Heavyweight Championship. That was a great Elimination Chamber. The other one that I remember ever so fondly was the one where Edge cashed in. I believe that was in January 2006. From my notes, New Year's Revolution 2006. John Cena defeated Carlito, Chris Masters, Shawn Michaels, Kane, and Kurt Angle. And then we had Edge cash in. And that was the first big cash in that we seen with the Money in the Bank. It literally blew everybody away. It was out of this world. And Edge went on to be the Rated R Superstar from then on out. You know, and one of my favorite eras of all WWE in its history, man. Edge being the Rated R Superstar, live sex with Lita, that was great shit. That was great shit, man. Even though Edge was a transitional champion, I think that moment in WWE history really was an eye-opener. And WWE was still pulling in the ratings, man. Edge was must-see. That whole situation with Cena and Edge and him cashing in and then Edge becoming the Rated R Superstar, that was must-see television, man. That was engaging television. There's never going to be another Edge, man. Edge was a special kind of WWE superstar. Obviously, we had others, man. We had the Elimination Chamber start in 2002. There was an Elimination Chamber going all the way up to 2018. We had 2002, 2003, 2005, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, not in 16, 17, and this year, this Sunday, 2018, the Elimination Chamber. We're not going to get one Elimination Chamber. We're going to get two Elimination Chamber matches. And this year, WWE is touting first time ever. Because they want to jam that down your fucking throat. First time ever for everything. First time ever that the men Elimination Chamber is going from 6 to 7 men. And the women, for the first time ever, are getting an Elimination Chamber match on their own. I want to see how many of those women walk out on their own without the assistance of a referee or a WWE official. Bones will be broken, and this will be a very, very good test to see if WWE will ever give the women another Elimination Chamber, because the Elimination Chamber, even though they did pad it compared to earlier years, it's still a devastating structure. It's still a structure that will inflict many an injury, even though WWE did make it safer than past years to allow for more high spots, to allow for more, unpredictable moments. But, it's going to be a different story, seeing John Cena, who's 250 some odd pounds, flying around in an Elimination Chamber, compared to Sasha Banks, soaking wet, who's 110 pounds, Massively different story there. So we're going to go over all that, and we're going to go over my preview and predictions for each match, what I think is going to happen, what matches we could potentially see at WrestleMania stemming from both of these chamber matches. And yes, there are other matches on this show, believe it or not. There are other matches on this show, which we will go over in this very video. But I do have news on the Elimination Chamber itself. I got news on the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view itself, man. Apparently, Elimination Chamber is selling very, very poorly. Now, we are having this pay-per-view in Las Vegas, and WWE probably thought that with the pay-per-view being in Las Vegas, it was probably going to be an easy sell. And that is not the case. It turns out that WWE is having a very, very difficult time selling any tickets to this show at all. There are still plenty of tickets available on the secondary market websites, and now AXS is offering a deal on tickets for the big show at the T-Mobile Arena. You can now take advantage of a 2-for-1 ticket offer, which would sell some seats for the show. So if you're living in Las Vegas and you want to take a friend, bro, you want to go kill 3 hours and be bored out of your fucking mind, let's go to the Chamber. I'll buy a ticket, you get one free. What is this, fucking McDonald's? You buy one 10-piece nugget, you get another 10-piece nugget for free. This is what WWE has to resort to, And this is what is resulting from bad television. Why isn't this pay-per-view selling? And a match like the Elimination Chamber should sell itself. And it's a very difficult sell for me, for fans, nowadays, to not be in the know. The fans know what's going on. The fans know that Roman is going to WrestleMania. Why would they want to see a predictable show, no matter what you got planned, no matter what type of gimmick you got Braun Strowman doing inside the chamber? Roman is going to win it. Why would you want to pay all that money to see Roman win it and be there to watch a predictable show when you can watch it at home for free for $9.99? You don't need to go to the arena to see that. You don't need to go to the arena to see Roman Reigns win it. You don't need to go to the arena to see a first ever women's Elimination Chamber match. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. WWE thinks that they're, giving you, oh my God, this historic moment. No, you're giving us a predictable pay-per-view on the road to WrestleMania. Nobody wants to see Roman win the Elimination Chamber. Nobody. This is a predictable show. And then outside of the main matches, you have nothing else to entice people to want to sit there. You're going to give them a chamber match to open the show. You're going to give them the chamber match to close the show. And everything that's sandwiched in between is god-awful television. Why would anyone want to sit there? Nobody gives a shit about Nia Jax versus Asuka. Nobody gives a shit about The Bar versus Titus Worldwide. Nobody cares about that. Nobody cares. Then you got Ronda Rousey signing her contract. Okay. Am I going to spend all this money to go see Ronda Rousey sign her WWE contract? She's signing a fucking piece of paper. She's putting pen to paper. Who gives a shit? This pay-per-view offers nothing as far as, wow, I need to be there in Las Vegas at the T-Mobile Arena. It doesn't. They're selling poorly. It should also be noted that the low ticket sales were one of the contributing factors for WWE ditching the idea of split brand pay-per-views in the first place. And it looks like the final Raw exclusive pay-per-view before this change could very well be a great illustration of that reasoning. I already went into detail what I think about this brand exclusive bullshit ending and WWE going to dual branded pay-per-views. WWE is to blame here. WWE is to blame for their low ticket sales. Because look at how they have built this show. Outside of the men Elimination Chamber, have they done anything else to build this show outside of that match? No. They focus all their energy on one match. They focus all their energy on all the top guys that they got on that brand in this match, and they neglect everything else. The tag team championships mean nothing. The Intercontinental Champion is in your main event, so he's not even defending his title, which is the Workhorse Championship, which is the Work Rate Championship, which is your second biggest championship in the company. And on Raw, it's not being defended. He's in the chamber match itself. You got Asuka, who's undefeated, going against Nia Jax. Though nobody believes Asuka is going to lose her undefeated streak at the Elimination Chamber after winning the Royal Rumble. Nobody. Other than that, what do you have on this show? The Women's Chamber has not been built up. The Women's Chamber has not been built up. You have not built up the chamber as an important aspect for the Women's Championship. Alexa Bliss is your Women's Champion. Has anybody come out and said, I'm going to win the chamber? I'm going to win the Women's Championship. I'm going to WrestleMania. I want Asuka. No, nobody has done that. Nobody's done that. They'd rather befriend each other and find allies in the chamber and make that a more important aspect than winning the fucking championship from Alexa Bliss. WWE has done nothing, and they are to blame for poor ticket sales. It's nothing that, the fans are doing. Well, they don't want to come to the show this month. They don't want to, come to the show. They got things to do. It's not an important show. They're saving their money for WrestleMania. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. This is WWE's fault. Why is nobody coming to the shows? Because what you're showcasing on television is not getting people to shell out the money to sit there live in the arena and experience this firsthand, front row, on their own. It's not anything else but WWE's fault. There's no reason for the split-branded pay-per-views to end. The split-branded pay-per-views can work. They can work. It's just WWE just doesn't care to make them work. They don't want to push the right people. They don't want to give, the mid-card any tender love and care. They want to push who they want to push, and they want to neglect half the fucking roster. Simple as that. With 5 matches announced for this card, if you're not into that or the Ronda Rousey signing of her WWE Raw contract, maybe the Elimination Chamber is worth keeping an eye on, but other than that, everything else is worth skipping, you know? But it certainly looks like they're throwing one last Hail Mary in order to get people into the arena. It's going to be very interesting to see this. The first thing I'm going to look at when we watch this on the WWE Network tomorrow, I want to see when that Elimination Chamber pay-per-view hits at 8 p.m., I want to see how many people are sitting in that arena and if there will be any empty seats whatsoever. But the Elimination Chamber tickets are selling poorly. WWE is doing 2 for 1. Buy one, get one free. Ridiculous. So that's unbelievable that you would have to do that just a pay-per-view before WrestleMania 34. That is just awful, dude. That's embarrassing. That really is embarrassing. Now, we have the title and pre-show matches announced for the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. There was a title match announced as well as a pre-show match for the event. Apparently, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson will take on Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas on the kickoff show. And then Sheamus and Cesaro will defend their Raw Tag Team titles against Titus Worldwide on the kickoff show. On the main card, we got Braun Strowman, Cena, Elias, Reigns, Miz, Rollins, Balor in the Elimination Chamber match. Obviously, the winner goes on to fight Brock Lesnar and the Universal Champion, or for the Universal Championship. The Raw Women's Championship will be defended as Alexa Bliss defends her title against Sasha Banks, Bayley, Mickie James, Mandy Rose, and Sonya Deville. Asuka versus Nia Jax. Matt Hardy versus Bray Wyatt. And Ronda Rousey signing her Raw contract. That's it. That is it. You see what happens when WWE has 2 multi-person matches that take up the bulk of the show? Wow, man. Wow. Has this pay-per-view just completely flown under the interest radar? And has WWE really just sunk all of their eggs into one basket known as the Elimination Chamber? That match better fucking deliver. Otherwise, this is going to be one of the worst shows of the year. So that is what's being planned for the pre-show. If you guys are interested in that, I know I won't be watching. I don't care. I don't care. If you guys seen Monday Night Raw, you will have seen Ronda Rousey and some training footage that WWE presented us before the Elimination Chamber and before her contract signing, presumably with Stephanie McMahon and Triple H. WWE aired a special look at Ronda Rousey video package on Monday night this week. This week included interviews with current WWE stars talking about Ronda and some of her training footage, which I'm gonna say Ronda looked very impressive. Ronda looked good. She looked, very in tune with what she was doing. I think what they shown, I'm not sure if this was shown on Raw, but or if it's the same thing that I seen online, because I really wasn't paying attention to Raw. Forbid me, or please excuse me. But the footage that I seen was her training with Shayna Baszler, and she was sparring with Shayna Baszler. She had some nice submission transitions. It looked very good. I have high hopes for Ronda Rousey. I think I do. I think she's going to catch on quick. If she can take a bump legitimately, she can make it look good. If she can sell, if she can, become a great storyteller just by WWE, aspects, I think Ronda's going to do very well. Even though this was obviously done to hype her upcoming appearance at the Elimination Chamber, there was another reason why it aired. Dave Meltzer discussed the video package on the Wrestling Observer Radio. And by the way, there's a lot of news this weekend coming from Dave Meltzer's Q&A. Like, these websites, these dirt sheets have nothing else to do. They're taking what Dave Meltzer is, saying just based on his opinion, and they're making it and spawning it into news. When Meltzer answers a mailbag question, it's not news. It's just his opinion. They like to sucker you in by thinking, oh, well, this can happen. But then you read the news article, and it's like, oh, Dave Meltzer answered a Q&A on the Wrestling Observer Radio. Who cares? Dave Meltzer discussed the video package on Wrestling Observer Radio, and he says that this was likely done in order to avoid any boos for Ronda when she appears on Sunday, because WWE, and the fans know that WWE is pretty much putting all their hype into Ronda, and the fans, they're not stupid, Vince. They're not stupid, Stephanie. if the fans see that WWE is hyping Ronda and there's nothing to back Ronda up, as far as her getting all this hype, then the fans are going to shit all over. At least if they see something and they see her progressing and they see some footage of her coming along and, wow, Ronda's looking good. I can't wait to see it. Maybe she doesn't deserve my boos at the arena. WWE's better off by just showcasing Ronda and what she's training, what she's doing as far as training and how she is progressing with the training. This was likely done in order to avoid any boost for Ronda when she appears on Sunday. This is what he stated on the Wrestling Observer Radio, and I quote, "They know there is a resentment, or there appears to be a resentment. You never know how strong it is until you really see it, until she comes out. We will on Sunday. It's a hardcore fan group in Vegas. Maybe Vegas will be a good city for her. Who knows? It's being that Vegas is a UFC city. You don't know. You really don't know what's going to happen or how many people are going to react. I can see this footage. They were really trying to make sure she didn't get booed as much as they can. There is nothing that makes you like someone in theory than watching them train their ass off at your thing." So, we all seen CM Punk go through his training, and I watched everything as far as footage and training and, UFC doing documentaries on CM Punk and just documenting him training and having a camera follow him through his training and how difficult it was. It made me a fan. It made me a fan of CM Punk. I was already a fan of CM Punk, but, I didn't want to see him go in there and get his ass kicked. I wanted to legitimately see him, after training and busting his ass and just having him go in there at the age of 37 and try to do something that, not many people can do. It made me want to cheer for him more. It made me want to see what he's capable of. And I hope that's the same mentality here with Ronda Rousey. I'm willing to give Ronda a chance. In fact, I am going to give Ronda a chance. But I don't want them to treat her as the goddess of the women's division and we don't see what she's going through. A lot of people like that dose of reality. If you give me a dose of Ronda's reality and you give me an inside scoop or a backstage peek to what she's going through, more people are going to be a fan of Ronda, and more people are going to want to see Ronda debut and succeed instead of seeing Ronda debut and fail. So I think that is a very, very good take by Dave Meltzer, and I can only hope WWE is thinking that same way. Knowing WWE, they only see Ronda for this. Ronda is Ronda. We're going to put her on a card. People are going to come anyway because they're going to want to see Ronda. We're going to make our money off Ronda. We're going to sell tickets through Ronda. My first thing is, if I'm signing Ronda, that's going to come with the territory anyway. WWE's priority should be getting her up to par with what is quality as far as the women's division goes right now. Now, lately it hasn't been quality at all, but I want to see her get into the ring with a Natty. I want to see her get into the ring with a Becky and look good while doing it. I don't want to see anything in terms of Ronda is out of her league. Ronda is green. Ronda doesn't even belong in a ring. I don't want to see anything like that. I don't want to be talking about anything like that. Ronda needs to be up to par. It's not going to be right away. That's why we're giving her a tag team match at WrestleMania. She'll get some spots in. She'll do what Ronda does best. She'll hip toss you. She'll fucking put you in an armbar, make you tap out, whatever. WWE's got all year. Ronda's not going to be on Monday Night Raw every single week, nor does she need to be on Monday Night Raw every single week. In between that time, you hone your craft and get better at this thing called professional wrestling. I don't know what else to say about it. But Meltzer's take on it, I agree 100%. I can only hope that WWE is going to do the same thing. The Men's Elimination Chamber. You look at the Men's Elimination Chamber, and you can see many, many, many matches just from the Men's Elimination Chamber that could be setting up to fill WrestleMania 34's card. Now, with each individual guy, there could be a branch off for a WrestleMania match. Now, we got The Miz. I'm not going to talk about Roman Reigns, because Roman Reigns, he's got a one-way ticket to WrestleMania. I'm not taking anybody in this match besides Roman Reigns. I will be jaw-dropped. My jaw will hit the fucking floor. I will be jaw-droppingly shocked if Roman Reigns does not win this match. The only other one I could see winning this match is Braun Strowman. Simple as that. Because Braun Strowman has so much momentum behind him, it would be foolish for him not to win this match. If Braun Strowman doesn't win the Elimination Chamber, WWE is taking a few steps back from what they've done for months building this guy up. Braun right now is in a bad situation. He's in a good situation, but at the same time, he's in a bad situation because he's got so much momentum, and now he's being confined to a steel cage in which Roman Reigns is the odds-on favorite to win this match. So if Braun takes a pin in this match, it's going to set him back a couple of steps. But I'm not talking about Roman Reigns here. He's got a direct ticket to Brock Lesnar in WrestleMania. The Miz is the Intercontinental Champion. The Miz is the IC Champion. The biggest rumor going around is that The Miz, we first heard that he was going to be battling Braun Strowman for the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania. If you think that's a WrestleMania-worthy match, you are a delusional fucking goon. Really. That is not a WrestleMania match. We've seen interaction between those two. I have no interest in seeing anything outside of, or that, at least for the Intercontinental Championship. I don't want to see that at all outside the chamber. That would be a terrible WrestleMania 34 match. The Intercontinental Championship is the workhorse championship. You get The Miz in there with someone who can work his ass off. And you get him in there with somebody that The Miz can drop the title to, and we can get the IC Championship back on someone who has the work rate that could bring the IC title back to prominence. That's my opinion on it. And the only one that I could see doing that is Finn Balor. Finn Balor versus The Miz should be the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania. Plus, you got The Miz-Taraj and you got Gallows and Anderson. You can get them some nice matches leading up to WrestleMania, and you can have them featured at WrestleMania in a prominent role. The Balor Club and the Miz-Taraj and the Balor Club can help Balor win the Intercontinental Championship. That's what I think would be the best way to go about it. Plus, I've also always stated that the babyface should be an Intercontinental Champion. Or the Intercontinental Championship should be represented by a babyface. Finn Balor. He's got a lot of different heels he can feud with. You got Bray Wyatt, the eater of ass, man. You know, you got him. You know, the guy who doesn't want to pay child support. $15,000 in child support. He only wants to give $6,000 and then spend the rest on fucking ho-ho, right? JoJo's fat ass, man. You know, that guy. You got Bray Wyatt, the eater of double pins. You got Elias, who could challenge Finn Balor. You got Seth Rollins, who can challenge Finn Balor. You got Jeff Hardy, who's set to return possibly before WrestleMania, challenging Finn Balor for the Intercontinental Championship. You got Samoa Joe, who can challenge Finn Balor for the Intercontinental Championship. Look at how many different opportunities WWE has there to bring the Intercontinental Championship to prominence. Now, if you keep the title on The Miz, how many of those same matches will look just as intriguing? Probably none of them. None of them. I'm not saying that they will be bad matches, but the title would be that much more enhanced around the waist of Finn Balor. Plus, you ain't going to give him a Universal Championship match anytime soon. Give him a title in the meantime, and then have him be built up to finally get that Universal Championship rematch that he never got. So I think that would be the best way to go about it. You could even do Miz versus Balor versus Rollins at WrestleMania. I know, another multi-man match, but listen, I mean, the match would be a work rate match. And The Miz, we know how The Miz operates. We could see Balor versus Rollins. We could see Miz interact and do what The Miz does. That would be a great triple threat match. Normally, I'm against multi-man matches. But if you want to go that route, that would be the least likely option in my opinion. I would much rather see Balor versus The Miz. But if you want to go that route, you're more than welcome to just put that on the card as well and still have it be a great match. That's what I see for The Miz. Anything but Braun Strowman. Anything but Braun Strowman. Seth Rollins. What do you do with Seth Rollins coming out of the Elimination Chamber? What type of match could be born from Seth Rollins inside the Elimination Chamber? Well, Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship. We've discussed this already. WWE can certainly do that. If they're floundering on the idea of Roman Reigns, if they're, just sitting around with a huge question mark on their head with this steroid allegation and they want to pull the plug on Roman Reigns, they could always insert Seth Rollins in there. I think it would be great to see that. Nobody wants to see a rematch between Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. Not saying that they would have a bad match. It's just, it's not going to have the same effect. It's not going to have the same feel as we've seen at WrestleMania 31. That was a great match. We had a Seth Rollins cash-in in that match. If we just keep it Reigns versus Lesnar, overly predictable. Overly predictable in one match that we all know Roman Reigns is going to walk out and be coronated again at WrestleMania for the 4th year in a row. Nobody wants to see that. It's not going to have the same attraction. It's not going to have that same feel as WrestleMania 31. It's just going to be forced political garbage that nobody wants to see, you know? And WWE thinks that everybody wants to see Reigns and Lesnar again, part 2. No, I don't. I have absolutely no interest in seeing that match. Now, if you add Seth Rollins to that mix, you add Seth Rollins who can work with Reigns. We've seen him work with Reigns. We've seen him work with Lesnar. Rollins, you know, and Lesnar have unfinished business. The last time Rollins and Lesnar were in the ring, The Undertaker was standing right behind Brock Lesnar setting up their Hell in a Cell match. Rollins never got his rematch for the WWE Championship, if I'm not mistaken. So Rollins and Lesnar do have unfinished business. You know, Rollins and Reigns are getting into this little friendly rivalry right now, and both of them have a problem with Rollins because Rollins cashed in on both of them at WrestleMania 31. It all makes sense. So if you want to put Rollins in that match and make it a triple threat match, that is much more appealing than the boring, ordinary Reigns-Lesnar match that we're all predicting we're going to get at WrestleMania 34. Now, you could also, like I said, put Rollins in the feud between Balor and The Miz for the IC title. That would be my least likely option. I would rather see Balor versus The Miz one-on-one. Or you could put Rollins against Angle, but more than likely, if that is going to happen, that's not going to be born inside the Elimination Chamber, and that will come into play after this pay-per-view has concluded. Now, Braun Strowman, where does he go for WrestleMania? They could do Braun versus Brock for the title. Braun could win the Elimination Chamber tomorrow for all we know, continue his momentum, go on to, fight Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 34 and win the Universal Championship and keep this momentum, which is probably, in WWE's best interest to do. And Brock Lesnar, with his contract expiring at the end of WrestleMania 34, this may very well be Brock Lesnar's last WWE match ever. Because there's already talk from Paul Heyman and there's already buzz around the internet that Brock Lesnar wants to go back to the UFC. Obviously, he needs to get back into the USDA, the USADA pool. He's got to sit and wait another 6 months. He's got to re-enter the pool, and then he could fight towards the tail end of this year, early 2019. But who knows what Brock Lesnar wants to do? He's making $12 million a year doing basically nothing in WWE, wrestling 4 matches a year. He doesn't need to do anything. He wrestles 4 times a year. He shows up on Monday Night Raw. He gets into a little fisticuff here and there, and he bounces around in the ring while Paul Heyman is speaking on his behalf. Why would he ever want to walk away from that? But if he wants to walk away from it, if he has had enough of WWE, if he wants to go back to UFC and concentrate on that, he could always come back to WWE later on. His body is in tip-top shape. He's not going through rigorous training, training for UFC. He's in great shape right now. If Brock wants to walk away from WWE, what a feather in the cap of Braun Strowman that would be. If he wins the Elimination Chamber, wins the title at WrestleMania, and is the one to retire Brock Lesnar from WWE. Braun Strowman beats Brock Lesnar in Brock Lesnar's last WWE match. That's a big feather in the cap right there, So that's a possibility for Braun Strowman. The other one, like I said, is something that I don't want. Him versus The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship. If that doesn't happen, if the Lesnar match doesn't happen, what do you do with Braun Strowman? WWE has the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. They got this big Andre HBO special coming out. You put Braun Strowman in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. You stack it with legit guys. Put a Samoa Joe in there. Put some fucking top tier talent in that Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Braun Strowman wins it. There's no better way to get Braun Strowman in the spotlight if they really want to spotlight that match with the Andre documentary coming out that following Tuesday. Andre special coming out on Tuesday. Their resident giant, their monster among men wins the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. I think that's a nice little piece on Braun Strowman's resume. So we could see that happen as well. Finn Balor. The only thing Finn Balor could do, honestly, if he is not in the Intercontinental Championship match, there is really nothing else for Finn Balor to do at WrestleMania. So WWE has to tread very carefully here. If they do not put Finn Balor in the IC title feud with The Miz and they go with Braun Strowman, Balor has basically nothing else to do at WrestleMania. This is the only thing that makes sense for Finn Balor. There's more to do with Seth Rollins. There's more to do with Braun Strowman at WrestleMania outside of The Miz. If you don't put The Miz and Finn Balor together, then neither one of them really have anything all that exciting to do. Balor basically has nothing to do. So you need to put Balor with The Miz. That's the only option from my eyes. That's the only thing I see good enough for Finn Balor at WrestleMania. John Cena, people are talking about, well, maybe Elias versus John Cena could be born from the Elimination Chamber. I seen that already on Monday Night Raw twice. I don't need to see it again at WrestleMania. I don't. Who the fuck wants to see that? And they didn't gel together well anyway in the ring. It's not exactly what I call a WrestleMania match. The only thing that I could see is this big rumored match with The Undertaker. Undertaker could cost Cena the match inside the Elimination Chamber. Undertaker could miraculously cut the lights and appear inside the Elimination Chamber, tombstone John Cena, and pretty much set their their WrestleMania match in motion from the Elimination Chamber. We don't know. But Cena, we all know, is not going to win the Chamber. He probably has his destiny set at WrestleMania with The Undertaker. Elias, I don't know. He's not going to be put in a title match. He is not really going to be set up for any type of feud at WrestleMania. If they don't put Braun Strowman in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal and have him win it, I could see Elias winning the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Roman Reigns is going to win the Elimination Chamber on Sunday night. That is my prediction. Now, we all know that The Miz is entering number 1. We all know that Elias is entering number 7. It's going to be a triple threat match to start. So it's going to be The Miz. In my prediction, who's going to start the Elimination Chamber with The Miz? I'm going with Finn Balor, and I'm going with Seth Rollins. I think they're going to continue the Seth Rollins momentum. I think Seth Rollins and Finn Balor are going to accompany The Miz to start the Elimination Chamber. And after that, I could see, I think at number 4, we're going to see John Cena. Then we're going to see Roman Reigns. Then we're going to see Braun Strowman. And then we're going to see Elias. That's my prediction for the Elimination Chamber. Let me know what you guys think about that down below in the comment section of this video. As far as the women go, we have Alexa Bliss, Bayley, Mandy Rose, Mickie James, Sasha Banks, and Sonya Deville. I think this match is going to open the show. In fact, I hope WWE gets it right. I hope the Women's Chamber opens the show. No way should the women close the show. Okay? I'm letting you guys know right now. The women close the Royal Rumble. Fine. Now we do it the right way. The women open the show, and there's nothing wrong with opening the show because I like setting the tone for the rest of the show. So the women open the show, the men close the show because the Universal Championship is just a little bit more important. The main event of WrestleMania is just a little bit more important than your first time ever garbage with these fucking women and this god-awful women's division. So it's going to be Sasha, Bayley, Alexa, Mandy, Mickie, and Sonya Deville. I'm going with Alexa Bliss. WWE really doesn't feature her that much at all. If I was booking this, I would have Sasha Banks or Bayley win the title, but I don't see that happening. I'm going with Alexa Bliss because I honestly think that Alexa Bliss is going to play a role in the Nia Jax-Asuka match. And I think Alexa is going to win the title and retain the title, and she's going to come out and try and befriend and help Nia beat Alexa. Now, that might not make sense. Right now. Because why would Alexa help Nia beat Asuka? Because if Nia beats Asuka in any way, she gets added to a triple threat match. And why would Alexa want a triple threat match instead of a one-on-one match at WrestleMania? But Alexa is going to try and help Nia anyway, because Nia is her friend. And I think Alexa is going to inadvertently cost Nia Jax the match. So it still maintains Nia's momentum. It still keeps Nia looking good. Asuka is not going to tap out Nia. She might get a roll-up or a count-out or a DQ or something like that. They're going to maintain Nia's momentum. And Nia is going to lose this match on some sort of technicality, so it keeps Asuka's winning streak alive. Asuka's not going to be pinned here. And then Nia can come out on Monday Night Raw and lobby that she got screwed And Kurt Angle, seeing that Alexa won the Elimination Chamber, and we don't have a women's match at WrestleMania anyway, he'll be quick to give Nia a rematch and a shot at the championship because Alexa fucked her up and fucked her over at the Elimination Chamber. Kurt Angle could easily book that match. All right, Nia's going to get a match with Alexa Bliss at WrestleMania for the Raw Women's Championship. Meanwhile, Asuka is going to go on challenge Charlotte for the SmackDown Women's Championship because Ronda Rousey on this same event is going to be signing a contract. If Asuka is going to be on Raw with Ronda Rousey, that's not good for business. That's not good for business. You want Asuka away from Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey is going to be the spotlighted superstar in that women's division. You want Asuka to her own spotlight. So it's her challenging Charlotte and her beating Charlotte is the best scenario for Asuka. Asuka can go to SmackDown. Charlotte, upon loss, and we get a draft, she can come over to Monday Night Raw. We can start building towards Charlotte and Ronda Rousey at SummerSlam. And you give Asuka her own show, right? You put Sasha on SmackDown. You give me Ember Moon on SmackDown. You give me Peyton Royce on SmackDown. Iconic Duo on SmackDown. You got a nice little women's division over there on SmackDown Live. And then you piece the women together however way you want, with the rest of them. I don't really give a shit because I hate both brands. I hate both divisions. But that's what I think is going to happen. I think Nia is going to lose via some technicality. And I think Alexa's going to win the Elimination Chamber. And Alexa's going to try and help Nia, but ultimately fuck her in the end. Asuka's going to win. Nia's going to get her match at WrestleMania anyway against Alexa. And Asuka's going to go on to challenge Charlotte for the SmackDown Women's Championship. I know it's convoluted. It's a little confusing. But I think with the opening match being the Elimination Chamber, with Alexa winning, she's going to help, or at least try to help Nia win. She's going to help Nia win, but ultimately screw Nia. Nia's going to lose. Asuka's going to win. Nia's going to get her rematch against Alexa at WrestleMania. So I think one is going to lead into the other. That's my prediction on that. Alexa's going to win. Asuka's going to win, no doubt. I didn't really like that. They added Nia to the WrestleMania 34 quote-unquote match, making whatever match she's in a triple threat match. No, but why? To me, that takes away from the luster of the Royal Rumble. Asuka willingly didn't put up her championship match. Asuka won the Royal Rumble for a shot one-on-one at the championship. Asuka didn't win the Royal Rumble for a shot at a triple threat match. Asuka didn't win the Royal Rumble to have Monday Night Raw management put her championship opportunity on the line or risk that in any way or alter that in any way. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. If I'm Asuka, I'm looking at that creative and I'm looking at that storyline. I'm like, what is this shit? I didn't agree to this. I won this Royal Rumble match first time ever. Bad enough had Ronda Rousey come out and steal some of my spotlight. Now you're telling me that if I lose this match, I have to have my Royal Rumble opportunity made into a triple threat match? Come on. If I'm Asuka, I'm opening my gums and complaining to some type of management on Monday Night Raw. Woken Matt Hardy versus Bray Wyatt. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. I don't. I have fallen out of love right now with the Woken Matt Hardy gimmick. I think WWE has not really embraced it. I think WWE has dropped the ball with it. Bray Wyatt, the eater of ass, man. The eater of ass. JoJo and the strippers and the diamonds and Miami and, all that shit, right? The guy who owes $15,000 in child support every month is spending $6,000 of that on his wife and his kids, and the rest of it's going to JoJo, But honestly, I think Bray, call me crazy, I think Bray's going to win this match. And I think we will get Bray Wyatt versus Matt Hardy culminating and concluding at WrestleMania, where we will see a take. Remember that Goldust, Roddy Piper, Hollywood backlot brawl? I think we're going to get something like that. I think we're going to get something like that with Woken Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt. Bray's going to win here. Yes, he won at Raw 25, and yes, they've battled in between, but that match, pretty much, if you blinked, it was over. It did nothing. I think Bray's going to get the win here in a competitive match, and I think Woken Matt Hardy is going to lure Bray Wyatt to the Matt Hardy compound, or the Hardy compound, where we're going to see Vanguard 1, we're going to see Senor Benjamin, we're going to see Queen Rebecca, we're going to see Lord Wolfgang, we're going to see King Maxwell, and we're going to see the Lake of Reincarnation, and we're going to see Skarsgård, the dilapidated boat. We're going to see all that at WrestleMania. So I think Bray Wyatt's going to win here, and I think this is going to conclude with Bray luring, Woken Matt Hardy luring Bray Wyatt to the Hardy compound, and we're going to get a very special traction match at WrestleMania. Cesaro and Sheamus, I don't even know why this is on the card. I don't even know who the fuck cares about this match, to be honest with you. Cesaro and Sheamus versus Titus Worldwide, Titus O'Neil, and Apollo with Dana Botch. I mean, Sheamus and Cesaro now have lost to these guys 4 times. 4 times. So why would I, going into the Elimination Chamber, expect these guys to lose a 5th time and the titles? No. They're not going to lose the titles. Sheamus and Cesaro are keeping those titles warm for the Revival. I think Titus Worldwide is going to lose at the Chamber. I think it's going to be in front of a dead crowd because nobody cares about this team. Cesaro and Sheamus right now, being that they got no competition on Monday Night Raw, I think they're just keeping those titles warm for the next team. And that next team, being the Revival, is going to be set up with a brand new division to rule over once this draft happens. I think Sheamus and Cesaro right now, they are on borrowed time with those tag team titles. They will be fighting Titus Worldwide on Sunday. I think they're going to win. And then at WrestleMania, we're going to see Cesaro and Sheamus versus the Revival, in which the Revival will get their WrestleMania moment and become new Raw Tag Team Champions. That is the Elimination Chamber match. If there is a half-ass pay-per-view this year, it's named the Elimination Chamber. And I know I went 56 minutes. I'm surprised I went 56 minutes, man. I'm sitting here getting home, and I'm thinking, well, let me hit record, and we're going to go 30 minutes. We'll talk about the Chamber. Here we are, 57 minutes later. So there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, man. I'm going to get out of here. There'll be a regular news video tomorrow. So make sure you guys keep an eye out for that. And I'll see you guys as well with Off the Script with the Elimination Chamber review tomorrow night as soon as the show goes off the air. I'm JD. Follow me on Twitter at JDFROMNY206. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on that bell for all notifications. Harrys.com/script. Audible trial for your free 30 days and 1 free audio book. Courtesy of Audible. audibletrial.com/offthescript. You guys got patreon.com/JD from NY206. You guys got barbershopwindow.com/offthescript. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for part 3 of this very podcast and the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, man. Thank you guys so much. Have a great night, and I'll see you all tomorrow for part